I have some copper cooking up back at home. And right now, I'm just making my way towards this tin vein that I found. Or I believe I found, because I found the garlic mustard plant. But I'm gonna dig down here. I'm just gonna use up this flint pickaxe, because why not? And once I get to the bottom, I'll start using my jackhammer. And surely, by the time I'm done here, when I go back, I'm gonna have a nice big stack of copper waiting for me. Surely. Oh yeah, here's the good stuff. Now I know that I'm gonna need tons and tons of both copper and tin for bronze. And I also know that I'm gonna need iron and probably also gold and diamonds. I don't think I found gold and diamonds yet though. Yeah, doesn't look like it. So I need to explore a bit more. But I can at least get started with having just bronze and iron. I think the gold and diamonds are kind of like, you know, as I progress, as I upgrade, I'm gonna start using it. But this is probably good to get started. I'm just gonna mine a bunch here. Probably not gonna do the entire vein because it's a little excessive for right now, and also manual labor. Even though this is pretty fast and nice, it's just slightly annoying because it insta-mines stone, but it doesn't insta-mine ore. So it's just slightly annoying. Also, it would be nice if this was a 3x3 mining, but it's not. So this is great. I'm not really complaining. This is good to start, but I'm sure there's space for upgrades in the coming tiers. I have 45 copper ingots and 4 tin ingots and 19 iron ingots, which means I'm in the Steam Age. The goal of this quest tab is to get to LV, of course. So there are a couple of things I need to work on here. First of all, on the right, I can make a coke oven. The coke oven requires coke oven bricks and an iron plate, or 4 iron plates, and also 25 coke oven bricks, meaning the inside is hollow. The bricks are just made with coke oven brick, and these bricks are made in one of 2 ways. You can either alloy smelt clay and sand, or you can burn clay. I'm obviously just gonna burn clay because it's free. Like, it's just clay. It's not hard to get. And I also have the option of making a coke oven hatch, which lets me automate this. This needs 2 buckets, so a little bit of iron and some coke oven bricks. And it goes in place of one of these coke oven bricks on the structure. This gets me creosote and charcoal. A little ways later, I can also make an improved coke oven. This needs a bunch of brick bronze hulls, so it's a little expensive right now, but this exists as well. After that, it's a bit of thaumcraft. Uh-oh, that's fine. We'll get to that when we get to that. On the other branch here, starting at copper, I need to first... Hold on. I gotta kill this guy. Cyber zombie. Kind of scary. I'm gonna go back in. Anyway, over here, there are 2 paths to go down. Oh my god. Now, as I was saying, there are 2 paths to go down. On the top, the quicker, simpler one is to make some plates, and then to make a seared furnace controller, which allows me to make the seared furnace, which is a tinker's thing, I think. I don't remember what it does. Oh, here it is. Description. Bulk smelting. It smelts 16 ores at a time. Okay, that's pretty good. After that, I can also make a squeezer, which I remember a really funny automation, and I think that's, yeah. Okay. We're gonna do this automation because it's really cute. I like it. We'll come back to that. On the other path, I need to make some brass. And as it says here, a central theme to this pack is side-by-side progression of both tech and magic. Now, I'm famously a little allergic to magic, but I really like this pack despite that. Or at least I remember liking this pack besides that, so I'm kind of excited for this regardless. Now, to make brass, there are 2 ways to do this. So there's 2 types of brass, and you can convert between them freely. So there's GregTech brass, which you can make by smelting brass dust, which you can make by combining zinc dust and copper dust. This is currently not available to me, I think, because I don't think I have a way to get zinc at the moment. The other type of brass, which is thaumcraft alchemical brass, this is made in a cauldron with some instrumentum and copper ingots. And luckily in this pack, the game just tells you everything that has instrumentum. I don't need to go out and scan a billion things to learn that they have instrumentum. So I can quite easily just scroll through this list, find something that's cheap. Wooden shovels, for example, have 4. And yeah, that's all they have. I remember using these in the past. So 2 wooden shovels and a copper ingot gives you 1 brass ingot. It's pretty chill, flux free, very simple. That does mean I need to make a crucible though. And to do that, I need Salus Mundus and a cauldron. Salus is made in a work table with mana, low covalence dust, and V crystals. Any V crystals. So I need to find some of those. And I don't know how. But there is... Where is it? This one? No, this one. There's a quest about it. So I just need to... okay. I remember now. So I need to find infused ores, which just spawn in ore veins, and then place the ores around the pure daisy, converting them into crystals. That's pretty cool. So that just means, well, you know, a bit more mining that needs to happen. On top of that, I should really start, like, clearing out an area for a proper base. This is not a base. This is a shit shack. And this is not a shit show. So I'm gonna get to work. Wait. Not quite. I need some better tools. I'm gonna start off with some iron plates to make an iron... Where is it? Iron axe. This is what I need. So I need a file, which allows me to make an iron axe. Now this should be much better. Now let's get to work. You guys know what's really funny? You know how I made tools and I made like a bunch of shovels out of flint and stuff? I don't need tools. I can just vein mine this. Look at this. Too easy, dude. Too easy. I'm just gonna kind of slowly whittle my way down this little mountain thing, I think, as much as I can. Making sure to light everything up because the mobs are starting to be annoying. Now I've cleared out a little area here. I am going to make some shovels so I can get this going a bit faster, but I think what I'm going to do is this will become a tower. This is going to be the reception, the structure that's in here. And I am going to use my usual stone type of materials, but it's going to be a slightly different style than the HamCorp that you're used to. So it's not going to be like dark mode, like all black and stuff. I'm gonna try and use like woodish colors, or like kind of browns and grays, I think, or browns and blacks, and have buildings with a pretty different shape than what I usually do, except for the main tower, of course. Main tower's got to say ham on it. Like, come on, that's a given. But yeah, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to kind of make a little decorative area here in the front. With a little balcony, almost, I want to call it. Not exactly a balcony, but something similar to a balcony. And then down here, I'll have some stuff. Over here, I'll have like another building or something. I don't know. I have some ideas, but this little mound needs to go. I need more space to work so I can build. I also need to decide on a block palette. And it's got to be something that I can make from the transmutation tablet at this point, because things are expensive. Though maybe, I don't know, maybe I should wait until I have a little bit of machinery so I can make building blocks more easily. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to digging after I wait out the night. Okay, I have decided on a block palette. I'm going to use dark oak, a little bit of spruce, Corp 3, and yellow and brown terracotta and concrete. I did cheat in this brown concrete, I'll tell you right now, I'll be honest. I cheated in a couple of different options. I just wanted to see what they look like. Don't worry, I got rid of all of them. That was just a quantum field fluctuation. Things just popped into existence and now they're gone again. Anyway, it's currently nighttime, so I'm just going to spend a bunch of time processing ores and making these plates and starting to make the different parts for all of these machines. And when it's day, I'll go start laying out some foundations for some buildings. Well, I did a little bit of work off camera. I didn't even realize. I was just like putting down some blocks and then I blinked and then I had this. It's a bit hard to see because it's nighttime, but it's kind of an A-frame. You can't really see the top here because it's hardcore darkness, but it's an A-frame. And I've tried to chunk align it because we're chunk aligning in 3TP, which you should watch, by the way, if you haven't. And I need more practice with chunk alignment because it's not something I usually do. And also, it's I think in mod packs that are not GTNH, I don't really know if I trust crossing chunk boundaries. I know for a fact in GTNH it's perfectly safe to cross chunk boundaries as long as everything is loaded. But in other mod packs, I don't know if I can really assume that. So I think for FTB interactions, I will be sort of chunk aligning the base and making sure that every multi is within a chunk, assuming there are no multis that are bigger than chunks. Because if there is a multi that's bigger than chunk, then surely it should be fine to cross chunk borders. But yeah, I realized I actually can't finish building right now because I need brown concrete and I need machines to do this. So I think this is well and good, and I'll work on the floor. I'll work on some makeshift walls for now, but I can't really finish it until I have some machines, which means I need to finish basically the entire Steam Age. So let's get started on that. Let's see what's needed for this little bit of thaumcraft. Well, to start, I need to go mining. So I will do that. I'm going to go mining. And if you don't know which veins have which crystal ores, you can always look it up in the quest book. Or in the quest, these guys are coming to get me. In the quest page. Right here. Let's see, so I need any crystal. Maybe there's some in a vein I've already found. So if I find a redstone vein, which I'm sure I'm gonna need, I will also get some ignis infused gem ores. So I'm gonna try and find a redstone vein. It spawns in hot and dry biomes, so not where I live. I need to go find a desert. Let's see if I found any hot and dry biomes. I don't think... oh yeah, over here, near the void portal. Okay, so I need to go back, go west, and I should find a redstone vein somewhere there. I need to make more inventory space though. Well, I have just found a redstone vein, but it's not the type I want. So this terrestrial orchid corresponds to a redstone vein, but it's one that doesn't have ignis in it. It has redstone, cinnabar, and ruby. So that's good for when I actually need actual redstone. But this is the one I'm looking for, the ignis-infused redstone vein, which requires a different plant. So I'm gonna keep looking. I'm almost at the desert. This is really easy to get to. I'm just looking around and it doesn't look good. I don't see any of the plant. Oh, maybe that's it. It is. Nice. I probably should have brought a shovel to the desert, huh? Well, I have torches. It's probably fine. Easily found. But I'm hearing some scary noises. I don't know what kind of mob that is. Terrifying. I see on the map there's like a ravine right here. I don't really want to find out. Just gonna mine up a bunch of stuff here until my inventory is full, and then we can continue on with thaumcraft. Alright, nice haul of ore. Now, with this ignis infused gem ore, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go to these pure daisies and place a bunch of them around the pure daisies. And as you can see, it's started to craft them into something else. I really need to get my hands on a time in a bottle. This might be a very good goal for the near future, actually. I do need brass for it, so I do need to do this stuff first, but time in a bottle is life-changing. You need to see it. Got the Strange Dreams book from thaumcraft, of course. Give it a quick read. Tells me how to make some simple stuff. The book does say that I need 3 different types of crystals. I only have 1. But for right now, the quest reward gives me all of the different types, just a couple of them. So that's nice. Now for Salus, I can do the work table recipe, or I can do the, I guess this is vanilla thaumcraft. It says here in the quest that once I have access to various crystals in bulk, that recipe is actually a bit better. And I agree. This recipe is a little bit annoying because it needs mana and low covalence dust. But I need to make some of this now. Salus Mundus. I should probably also make a Thaumonomicon while I'm here. So I need a bookshelf. There's no way I have a bookshelf. Yeah. Making one is pretty easy though. Just need some books and some wood, which I don't think I have. Oh, here's a book. Is that the only book I have? I guess so. Well, it's not too bad to make. Some string and some paper. Easily done. Now let's convert this. Omnicon. Oh boy, I'm here again. I'm back here again. But at least research in this version of thaumcraft is a lot more chill. It's more like a task list rather than doing that research minigame that's in 1.7 over and over. So I need to craft an arcane workbench. And then click complete. And then it gives me some other stuff to do. So this is a lot cooler, I think, of a research system than doing a minigame. But we'll come back to that. Let's see what I actually need to progress here. I need a crucible. To make the crucible, I need a cauldron. Do I have a cauldron? I don't think so, but it's easy to make. I just need some wrought iron, plates, and a hammer. Though I kind of have a sneaking suspicion it's not going to let me do it until I have the research. We'll see. Yep, it doesn't let me. Right, that means I need to do this quest. So I need to make a thermometer. This needs gold and a mana orb. A mana orb is really easy to make. It just needs a glass orb, and you throw it in some mana, so that's pretty easy. And glass orbs are just made from glass panes. Making a glass pane though needs a saw, and these saws don't count because if you look at them, the ore dictionary, this is a tool artisan saw, but the glass pane requires crafting tool saw, so it's different. Which means I need to make a Greg Tech saw. I also don't think I have any gold. And to be honest, I don't immediately see which one of these ore veins has gold in it. It's usually magnetite. Oh yeah, gold ore. Okay, I have seen these flowers around. Pretty nearby, actually. I think I could probably quickly go get some gold. I don't need much, but I should get a little bit extra. Maybe I'll get like a quarter stack of gold for now. I'm pretty sure I saw some here. Well, I know for a fact that there is some near the portal, the void portal, so maybe I'll just go there. Yeah, see, it's right here. Here we are, a bit of magnetite. Should be some, I would guess, vanadium magnetite as well. Somewhere, maybe. Here it is. And some gold. Oh, and some just straight iron ore. That's nice. I feel like this is a lot more gold in this vein than in GTNH, which is really nice for the early game. This gold is pretty annoying. Okay, I got a half stack of gold. That's good enough for now. Hey, this guy's still here. Alright, got myself my saw, which allows me to make some glass panes, which lets me make some glass orbs, throw my orbs into the mana, and finally craft my thermometer. Now, if you're coming from GTNH, you may have noticed that there's no wand slot. And yeah, V works a little bit differently in this version of thaumcraft. We'll get into that later. But for now, I need to scan some stuff, right? I think that's what I need for the quest, or for the research. That completes that research. And now for alchemy. Oh, I've done these already. Cool. That's done as well. And now I can make a crucible. Just a small little diversion. Now brass was copper ingot with 2 wooden shovels, remember? Crucible has been set up, just need some copper and some shovels, and I need to wait for this to heat up. Now please, please tell me that wooden shovels are craftable. They are not. Oh no, this has screwed my plans over. Aha, here's a nice item. Wooden shears. Has exactly 8 of what I need. And very cheap to make. So I'm gonna make 3 wooden shears, grab 3 copper ingots, and this should be done really shortly. Wooden shear, copper ingot. What is this? Now things are getting spicy. All but the worst monsters known to this world will now be unleashed on you. Hope you're prepared. Good. Good. Very good. Well, that's my alchemical brass, and it's about to be nighttime, and now I'm terrified, so I'm gonna go. I'll be back later.